Hey guys, welcome to the YouTube channel. On my old post, I talked about how much it costs to go racing and how I got my racing license. And I know some of y'all might be discouraged by it because of the costs involved. But I just want to say this is that you don't have to track exorbitantly. You can track more frugally, and there are some ways that I know personally and also just seeing other people do it. And the first way you can do it is volunteering your time, and I highly recommend this way too. A lot of organizers don't have extra money to spend for extra staffing to help run a track event, and they always need help. So if you volunteer your time, they highly appreciate that, and they would, in exchange for you volunteering, they would give you free track time, or they would give you a super discounted entry to go tracking. And to go about this is you can go to, look for your local organizers and look for their events, and you can email them like, hello, next month I noticed you're having this track day. I would like to volunteer in exchange for some track time. And most likely they'll say yes. And when they say yes, just know that you might be volunteering to go maybe doing flagging work at a corner station for the sessions, or you might be in the pits kind of directing traffic, or you might just be running around doing errands for them. And you do your volunteering, and then in exchange they'll give you that discounted rate or that free track event for the next event. So you will lose a weekend volunteering, but come the next event after that, you can track for free or discounted. Now, typically that's like one-time type of deal. So if you use that track discount or track credit, you have to volunteer again to get another track credit. So, but that's a really good way to, not spend as much money on entrance. And it's also a good way to kind of see what's behind the scenes or the work involved when you're doing track events. And it's a lot of work, so you tend to appreciate it more. And then the second way is becoming a driving instructor. Now, when you become a driving instructor, you do get free track time, or sometimes you get that discounted rate also with whatever organizers, you're instructing for. But to become a driving instructor, you need to have track experience, and how you do it is up to you. But just make sure that you have lots of seat time and track time underneath your belt before you even try to become an instructor. And a lot of organizers now want some type of certification, and just having lots of track time isn't good enough. So in order to do that, Motorsport Safety Foundation kind of standardize becoming an instructor for HPDE events, and that's the route that I did. And there is a level 1 certification, which is the first step, and it's $50 to enroll, and it's all online. It's online courses, and then after you finish the courses, you take this online test, and you have to score 90% or higher to get that level 1 certification. And the course just kind of teaches you or shows you scenarios on how to instruct students and what to do and things like that, instructing to kind of put you in that instructor mindset versus like a racer mindset. And a level 1 certification does help, and you can have a higher chance of instructing for other organizations. Now, to kind of increase your chances even more to become an instructor with more organizations, you can become a level 2 instructor, which is after you get your level 1 MSF certification, you can apply to get your level 2 certification, which is more hands-on now, and it's $500 to do that. And you go to an event that's offering the level 2 certification. The ones I know is Apex and Chin Motorsports. Those are the two that, Apex Academy and Chin Motorsports are the only two that offer the MSF level 2 certification as far as I know. And you would go to a track day, and the instructors will kind of put you in situations, and they'll teach you hands-on on what to do and things like that in different scenarios. And if you do really good and pass, you get your level 2 certification. And that is pretty much kind of like your golden ticket for instructing almost with a lot of organizations. You get a higher chance of organizers wanting to accept you as an instructor. And they always need instructors too, because like when I'm in NASA, they're always kind of short with instructors because there's so many new people in DE1 that they don't have enough instructors to instruct them. So just saying, you know, like a lot of my racers or my racing friends, they do instruction and they get a discounted rate going racing, and that's another way to kind of keep costs down. And then the third and final way, at least from my experience, and probably the most hardest, is getting sponsored. For me, it's very hard to get sponsored. I spent sponsorship proposals to all the companies I bought parts from or products from for my H6, and only 2 said, okay, we'll sponsor you. And it was just basically a 10% discount off of parts. And it helps. I mean, it's free shipping basically, or tax free, but it's not putting a dent on my entrance fees and things like that. You want to get that big sponsor where they'll kind of cover most of the cost. But to do that, at least for me, was I got denied because I didn't have a bigger social media presence. A lot of sponsors or a lot of companies will sponsor somebody more if they had a big social media presence or a big following type of deal, either on IG or whatever social media platform. If you have a lot of followers, that's a big plus. And when you do that, there's probably a contract for it where you have to, you know, rock a logo on it. You have to maybe plug them in media, things like that. And these contracts, these people want results. So you do have that pressure to kind of put out, like, you know, what do you have to put on the table? Okay, you got that big social media following. How would you help them out? That type of stuff. And for me, I wasn't able to provide that to get that big sponsorship, but maybe someone that's watching this might be able to do that, and that's another way to do it. But just bear in mind, it for me was the hardest, and I didn't really was successful for that. So, but that is a way. And you know, that's pretty much it. Like, I think those are the 3 ways. There's maybe other ways, but those are the 3 ways personally, and just also from watching other people do it. Track more frugally, which is the first one, which I highly recommend, is volunteering your time. Second is becoming a driving instructor, and then third is getting that sponsorship. So I hope this video helped out, you know, y'all that want to go tracking more frugally, more on a budget, because I totally get how expensive it is, and I just want to help out the track community out there. So I hope y'all have a good day, and I'll see y'all at the track. Later.